Hi, my name is Sonia, and I have a band that plays locally here in Southern California called Sonia and the Situation. And I've also, close to since the start of the pandemic, have started really working on an acoustic act that I can do self-contained, just a solo thing. And I've chronicled a lot of it on Facebook, on my Facebook page, which I've been more active on over the years. This YouTube channel I started many years ago. There's old videos. Some of them are kind of crappy sounding. But I wanted to start off, kind of get this started again and get some newer and hopefully better sounding videos, as well as just I've been in a process of reinventing myself with the acoustic act. I want to start off with a band that I just got into last November, because there's another YouTuber on here that has posted a lot of old 70s rock. And one of the bands, there's many that I'm really digging, but one of them in particular, it was a band called Budgie, a three-piece, just phenomenal band with an amazing bass player vocalist who unfortunately passed away a little less than a month ago. And what was even more of a bummer about that to me is I didn't find out until like 4 days later. Of course, Budgie never had much of the recognition as some of their other peers had, but many bands covered their songs, many other much more well-known bands, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Van Halen even covered a song of theirs. Not finding out right away was kind of a bummer, because if it was like Geddy Lee, who he was compared to a lot because he sort of looked like Geddy Lee, Burke Shelley did, they would have been like playing their songs like 24/7, maybe for about a week or more on the radio or on Sirius, especially Sirius FM, because I would hear so many people complain about that. I was never a Rush fan, and I had to hear Rush all day long, when Neil Peart passed away. Or I was never a Van Halen fan, but man, all they're playing is Van Halen, and they cut off this or that show to play a Van Halen tribute, and everybody, that's all they're hearing. And of course, the radio station, other than that, until somebody passes away, plays the same maybe 2 or 3 songs from that band for many years. And then when a member of that band passes away, then they break out the vaults. So it's really good to see somebody like this one YouTuber doing what he's doing. So yeah, Burke Shelley was really something, and I wish I had heard of the band. I think some people have over the years, but never really knew what they were about or heard what they were about. So I've gotten on this kick. I've been driving some of my musician friends crazy. One of my friends is a big Three Stooges fan, and he would drive me crazy at gigs, constantly playing these old videos and showing them to everybody. Three Stooges, Three Stooges. So I've been driving him a little crazy with Budgie, because I'm giving them the fanfare they should have gotten 50 years ago. Oops, sorry, I kind of moved the camera a little bit when I repositioned myself. But yeah, so the song I'm gonna do is my take on it. I just learned it a couple days ago, so it fits in well. There was another song I really loved that I wanted to do, but it was a little too involved to do just as an acoustic song. It was a song of theirs called Parents. So this other one was really pretty and very Beatlesque, and my Three Stooges friend, my Three Stooges fan friend, Scott, also liked this song because he's a big Beatles fan, and I thought this song did sound very Beatlesque. It's called Wondering What Everyone Knows. And it was, I didn't think about it, but I looked it up on the comments, and also as I was listening, I was looking at the comments as I was listening to the song, trying to learn it a little better. Somebody was the first, this was the first song they thought of when Burke Shelley died, because a lot of people didn't know, not right away, except maybe people that really follow the band, and then a lot of people don't even really know now, don't know who Budgie is, or was. So yeah, it's really sad that there was a lot of good music out there. You know, you hear, oh, there's so much good old music and no good music these days. Well, probably the case is it's just not getting airplay. The same as there was a lot of good old music that doesn't get a lot of airplay from the 70s, and except you hear the same, you know, and even from the more well-known bands, like, you know, there's a lot of good stuff from them that you don't hear. You just hear the same maybe 3 to 5 or 6 or so songs, depending on how many songs they had that reached, I guess, a certain level in the charts, or however all that works. I don't know. But it's a business, and it's a sucky one sometimes. That's all I could say. So anyhow, yeah. So I am also going to share this on my Facebook and stuff, different links to this other guy's albums, because he's a collector of all these old obscure albums, and there was different bands I've been hearing, and some of them I'm not quite recalling the names. There was one called Leaf Hound I listened to the other day that was absolutely amazing. Then there's some that are sort of more well known, but not, like Savoy Brown, who also, one of the members of Foghat was in Savoy Brown, and I was listening to him because a lot of these albums I listen to while I'm doing other stuff, while I'm making my jewelry or I'm cleaning, you know, around the house, and I'm like, and that singer really sounds like the guy from Foghat, you know, and then I go and look, yep, that was him. You know, a lot of these other, like, more famous musicians that had other projects that never really got a lot of airplay. So I'm going to start, like, sharing some of that too on my Facebook as well. So anyhow, I went a little longer on this than I intended to. So I want to try to see if I could figure out how to use the editing software, and upload these videos on my computer, and that way I have 2 separate videos, because I didn't want to try to do the talk and then go into the song and mess it up and then have to start all over again. I thought I'd do the little introduction here, which was supposed to be shorter. Now it's going past 8 minutes, but and then play the song. So I'm going to see how that works. Wish me luck.